Welcome back. Today I am live from the cut chair in Columbus, Ohio. Today I'll be reading and answering some of life's most important questions off quora. Where you go to ask questions you're too scared to ask in person. And the first question of the day: do hotel maids sleep with guests? Being a hotel maid has to be a sucky job. Like, do you know how much bodily fluid they deal with? Cum? I bet a hotel maid have dealt with more guys' cum than a sperm bank, but not quite as much as your girlfriend. Got him. I don't know. Maybe these hotel maids do mix their bodily fluids into the cocktail, if you know what I'm saying. For real though, I do think there is two different types of hotels. There's like regular hotels, and then there's hotels made for sex. Yeah, the first kind. There's definitely some hotels out there. I have seen hotels where you can rent out a room for hourly rates. That's fucking disgusting. Oh man. I couldn't go in there with a straight face and tell the cashier guy at like 2 in the morning, like, hey, I just need to rent this room out for like 2 or 3 hours tops. Alright, so I'm going up to the top post made by Suffolk Master. Dominant man, mature, pleasure seeker, and writer. Who the fuck? Only through the picture of this guy, man. Let's see what he has to say. I was staying in a nice hotel in Birmingham, England, some 20 years ago. The maid came in at about 7 p.m. to turn the bed down, and we got chatting. She was Polish and had a very good grasp of English and had been in the UK for 3 years. I thought Polish people spoke English anyway. I don't know. I feel like European, like, I mean, don't they all speak English? Like, I know they got like their languages, but like ultimately they all do speak American. American, we just speak English. Germans speak American, but Americans don't speak German. And then I imagine he was saying it something like, she was Polish and had a very good grasp of English and been in the UK for three. All right, I'm sounding like Mario now. I'm gonna cut it with the accent. Uh, I was flirting. I was flirting somewhat, trying it on, which must have been pretty obvious. Eventually, she said she had to get away and do the other rooms. But on leaving, she said, with a cool wink, that if needed any company, she could arrange something. She told me to make sure I was in my room at 9 p.m. Ooh, this guy's a master pleasure seeker, a self-folk master. This guy's definitely short, fat, bald, and this guy definitely looks like Ed from 90 Day Fiance with the neck. I can think of like 5 guys that I work with that like this would be something they would type. I went and had dinner. Did not really know what to expect. Was she coming back, or had she tipped the room number to a local call girl? Anyhow, there was a knock on the door at 9, and on answering, I was met by a smart brunette whom I invited in. It was the maid's sister. See, I knew he was going to pay for sex. These guys make it sound like they can just like swoon over any lady, but like the only girl that give them any attention is like some Hooters waitress that they're like borderline sexually harassing. The only reason why they haven't called the police yet is because they're trying to get a tip. Her sister would her sister would make the introduction if she felt the man was a nice guy. We chatted. I sent for a bottle of wine. She was charming and suggested that we could stay for a couple of hours and spelt out her terms, which were very reasonable. She was a reasonable prostitute. All right. I accepted her offer And it was an incredibly good couple of hours, unhurried and extremely pleasurable, way above a call girl experience. I, I don't know. Whenever I think of call girl, I'm thinking of those phone line. If you're like watching like Comedy Central or I don't know some maybe like Spike TV or something late at night, and you get like these like um, hotline conversations where you can like pay like I don't even know. I don't even want to see what they charge just to talk to some lady to flirt with you. I don't know if this is what a call girl experience is. At breakfast the next day, her sister really milked it, asking if I'd slept well, was I well rested, had things met my satisfaction, was the bed comfortable, and would I come again? He'll come again. I gave her a big tip, but her sister got more than the tip. Oh my god, this guy's a sleazeball. So I did not sleep with the hotel maid, but relatively close. Yeah, that story. I don't know. This guy, I imagine one of the coworkers that I used to work with a couple of years ago. He was definitely, he was definitely like the short, fat. Like I mean, he literally looked like Ed from 90 Day Fiance, except with, a little bit less of a neck right here. Um, and he sounded like this. He almost sounded like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, just imagine if Ed sounded like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. And we were in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and there was women's college basketball on the TV. It was University of Texas was playing. I don't know who, but just FYI, my sister was friends with the starting center for the Longhorns. So I was like, yeah, I saw that on TV, so I was just trying to start conversation with them. I was like, yeah, uh, see the center for UT? He's like, and he said, oh yeah, she's hot. And at this point, I was like, oh okay, a little thrown back by it, just just forward with it. Like, I bet she, I bet she could start a Harley. At that point, I just decided not to volunteer that information to him anymore. But yeah, I don't know. That was like his catchphrase. They're just whatever with our waitress or waiter. No, uh, whatever with like our waitress for that night. You're just, I bet she could start a Harley. All right, so the next guy, his name is J. Edgar. J. Edgar said, "So I'm going to come out and say it. Hotel workers are human, and they have urges and temptations just like the rest of us. Does it happen? Yes. Has it happened to me? Yes. Did it happen often? No. Did it happen to me more than once? No. All right, I respect the honesty, Edgar. A hotel worker spends 8 to 10 hours a day around a specific group of people that they almost always see and also surrounded by strangers. They'll be disgusted by some, indifferent to most, and occasionally attracted to some. All hotels have rules against this kind of thing, and the fear of losing a job is a powerful driver. A lot of people travel with their families, and of course, there are security cameras, especially in the higher end establishments. The opportunity to do so is incredibly rare, and even under the best of circumstances, but people are people, and occasionally things happen. Or depending on who you are. When I was 23, fresh off a failed relationship, I was traveling home to Wisconsin from Boston. I was trying to make it in one go because money was tight, but halfway through Indiana, bro, this is Fort Wayne, Indiana. I can guarantee you that. But halfway through Indiana, it was either find a hotel to sleep in or sleep in the truck. I chose a spot, medium level national chain. The girl behind the counter, about my age, when calculating the charges, waived a bunch of fees and let me pay in cash, which was apparently against the rules because, and I quote, "It's my last night and I don't care." Now, I had kind of a nice modded truck at the time, and I was showing off a bit, something that's not supposed to work. After getting a toothbrush from apparently the only grocery store within 10 miles, I came back and went to bed. I was watching some TV, and in the semi-lit room, the electric lock clicked. Nice. And the rest remains a secret between a lovely, dark-haired girl with nothing to lose and myself. Yeah. Bottom line, it's not a common occurrence. Most of the people reading this will never experience it, but people are people. Sometimes temptation overcomes rational thought, or everything lines up perfectly. Beautiful story, Edgar. Here's the story by Alex Rose. She studied people at the streets. She looks like a little nudie. Okay, she's a sex worker, prostitute, free use whore for the lucky ones. Lives in here, there, and everywhere. Respect to the soldiers out there. I'm going to say she probably had lots of sex in hotel rooms. When I first started being a sex worker, I would get the same room at the same hotel that didn't care about girls working, and this one maid, who was a few years older than me, was friendly, and we became friends. Finally, one day, she knocked to change out my towels, and I was naked in heels, putting on makeup, and told her to come in. I had the door unlocked when she knocked. I don't know. She didn't study English, okay? She studied people in the streets. Some people study English at Cambridge University. She studied people in the streets, all right? We all got our strengths and weaknesses. She was like, "Damn, girl, you look so sexy standing there. Makes me want to be a lesbian."
And she grabs me by the wiener. Shut the fuck up!
Picture checks out, to be honest. We laughed, and I turned to her and said, "Well, what's stopping you?" "I got some free time. If you want to see what's what." She blushed and smiled, so I walked over, closed and locked the door, and we got on the bed and had a great old scissoring time. Chick, I did this or this. We even got this. That's so stupid. Okay. It was her first time, and we ended up together for a couple of years. Oh, that's a cute love story, I guess. Until she got all fucked up on heroin, and once she was gone, never seen or heard from her again. Oh, man, that sounds like Fort Wayne, Indiana. Be honest. Reading all these answers is kind of making me look out at this own hotel. Like, oh shit. Make me want to not sleep in that bed. I'm going to just sleep on this cuck chair tonight. All right, next question.